Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm in my car this time. I'm trying to mix up the locations. You know, we've done the office numerous times. We've done when I was in India, to my living room, done outside of the driveway. So we're on the car today. Just finished up a driving range session at Bird Hills Golf Club because I've got a charity tournament in a few weeks. It sounds much more impressive than it actually is. I'm not great, but I just don't want to embarrass myself crazily. We're playing at Stoke Park, which is a very, very famous location. So yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself. But today's video, oh, and if you're new here, I'm Ketan, and thank you for being here. And if you are old here and been here before, thank you again for coming back. So today's video is entitled, Am I Too Old to Succeed? Now let's get one thing straight. I am not what I conventionally deem to be like successful, you know. Certainly above average, which is great because it's kind of a good place to be. But the advice I'm giving is based on my own personal philosophy and obviously things I picked up along the way. But it's a very interesting thing to talk about because I'm 47 years old, and a number of years ago I had convinced myself that I was too old for a number of things, and the two biggest things are too old to get back in shape again and too old for financial success. So it's a funny trick your mind plays on you. And I convinced myself, let's just talk about fitness for a second. I convinced myself that I'm too old to change my ways and that my body is just doing what it does now and there's no way I can actually change it. And I kind of lived with that story for a number of years, saying this is about as good as I'm going to get and just suck it up. But the reality was, I also had very, very clear evidence of guys, and not just random guys, like, you know, friends of mine who were 50-ish when I was, say, 45, who were in amazing shape. Like some of the guys were in superhero shape. So then I kind of, you know, it would eat away at me because I thought to myself, you're a bit of a fraud here to yourself, saying that you're too old to change and, you know, this is the best you can do, because clearly it's not. There's people out there that are doing better. And it's not about getting to that level of shape, not if you don't, you know, unless you want to, but for me it was just like improving myself, becoming healthy, looking good in clothes that I want to wear. And I convinced myself that I was too old for that. I'd also convinced myself that I'm too old for, you know, the next rung up the ladder. I kind of thought to myself, you're 45 now, like, you know, you got your house, you got your flat, like, you got a moderately successful business. And I found that I'd just become a bit complacent and a bit stagnant. And while it's good to enjoy the downtimes, and it's good to enjoy the moment, which I always do, it's also good, some of the enjoyment from life comes in actually going out there to try and achieve something. And that's kind of became something that was missing for me. And now I'm much more open to different ideas, different, you know, ways to make money, but obviously things that align with my own values. But opportunities are coming up because my mind is open to these things, and I'm not just telling myself that you're too old. And when I think about the reality of it, let's say, for example, you know, I don't know what the average age is, but let's say, you know, I might live till 80 or 90 years old, for example. I'm like halfway through my life, and if I look back to from when life really started to get exciting, it's kind of when you become an adult, right? 18, 19, 20 years old. So about 25 years, 27 years now of, you know, adult life, if you will. And I've got the same to go ahead. So imagine me saying to myself, nah, it's just going to be like this, it's just going to be this way now forever. It's kind of bullshit, really, because I've got another 30 years. Over in 30 years, I've got to, you know, enjoy my life, got to retire, got to, you know, travel and do all these other wonderful things. So why do we convince ourselves that when you get to my sort of age, and is it just me, or is other people can relate to this? Do you think to yourself, this is just the way it's going to be now, this is the way I am, I've always been this way? Like, come on, man. There's more to life, and there's a real sense of achievement and adventure in improving yourself. And what's the worst that can happen? Instead of getting to where you want to get to, you're better than you were. Like, that is literally the worst that can happen in any of these scenarios, whether it be fitness, wealth, whatever, you know, whatever it is for you that you want to improve, you're only going to get better, and that will spur you to do better and to do more and to learn more about it is what you're trying to achieve. So, in summary, I say we because I'm included in that, are definitely not too old to learn new tricks. So if, like me, you've got yourself in a point where you're a little bit stuck and you're a little bit uninspired, just snap out of it. You know, some of these things are easier said than done, but you know, if anyone's got any suggestions for me, what really drives me is the fear of the life that I don't want to have. So for me, that looks like not having a level of financial independence, not being like minted, but just having a level of life where I don't have to necessarily worry too much from a month-to-month basis. And also the fact that I'm healthy. I've got nephews and nieces who, you know, I want to be around for when they have like milestones in their life, like they get married and so on. So, you know, in order for me to do that, I need to start taking care of myself now. There's no guarantee, obviously, that I'll be around, but you know what? I'm all about stacking the odds in my favor. So if I can stack the odds in my favor and live a healthy life, enjoy the benefits of that isn't just, you know, aren't just down the line. Benefits of that are very much now. I can enjoy and reap the benefits of being healthy and being in shape now, not in 20 years time or 30 years time. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about on that subject, guys. Like, this one I wanted to be short and sweet, because I'm in the car and I don't know what it's going to turn out like, but also I can waffle on, and I do waffle on, so let's leave it there. I hope watching this has given you some form of a boost to get out there and do something. And you know, feel free to reach out in the comment section, or if you know me personally, just give me a shout, because I'd love to talk about this. This is a subject that's very dear to my heart, especially now that I am officially a middle-aged man, and I am a grumpy middle-aged man. So I'm always looking for ways to still have a happy and fruitful life. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. I don't know what the topic's going to be next week, but hopefully it's a good one. Thank you very much. Ciao for now.